Hi, today we'd like to talk to you a little bit about trends in investing. Doug, I've only been in this business for a couple of years at this point, and I've already seen massive change in the markets and how we invest. I can't even imagine how it's been for you. You started in 1988?
Correct. Yep, 1988.
So share with us a little bit about what you've seen as far as changes.
Well, so in 1988, we were strictly stocks and bonds, and mutual funds were just really starting to come into our industry. And SMA, single managed accounts, didn't even really exist at that time. And what we saw, really, I built my business on bonds. And the very first bond I sold was a 7-year, 30-year municipal bond that was paying 7% tax-free.
That's nice.
It was very nice. And we were mainly selling 3-month CDs to most of our clients at that time, and they were paying like 14%.
That's crazy. But of course, at that point, particular moment in time, the stock market was having a down period, right?
It was recovering from the Great Crash in 1987. And no one wanted to hear about stocks. You know, you called, they didn't want to hear about it.
But if you had invested in the stock market at that time, we have a graph here that shows what $10,000 would do since 1989 till 2021.
Right. So if you invested $10,000 in the S&P 500, today you'd have $317,000. If you had put that same $10,000 into the bonds, you'd only have $63,000.
So stocks really, over the long haul, perform better.
Much better, right. And today we're seeing, some mega trends that make stocks very attractive again today. We don't really care for bonds because we're seeing interest rates near zero. And bonds are like teeter-totters. They make money when interest rates go down, not when they go up. And we think interest rates are going to go up. So the mega trends that we like in stocks right now, the first one is dealing with COVID. And the COVID, all the healthcare issues and having to deal with all sorts of like new technologies. For example, the RNA vaccine, the CRISPR technology that's going to actually help your body line up its DNA and then be able to figure out what's a virus that it doesn't recognize and then go attack that virus. So, we could see cancer cured in the next 5 or 6 years. So that's real exciting. And then, of course, the whole shipping issue with supply chain. So we see that changing how we ship and then also how we manufacture. So for example, 3D printing looks real exciting because now when you want to get your BMW fixed, you just go in, they print the part, put it on, and you don't have to wait for that part to come from Germany. And then the last area is technology in general, but one area we want to talk about is this whole Metaverse, and you know this area pretty well. Why don't you talk a little bit about that?
So, Facebook, for example, just renamed their company Meta to stand for the Metaverse. They think it's that big of a deal, and it really is the future. We, of course, think of virtual reality traditionally as a form of entertainment, but we see businesses really using it now to maximize their supply chain. For example, BMW is using it now to work out kinks in their factories. So it's really going to open up both investment opportunities within virtual reality itself, but also it's going to help companies improve and grow faster. So, all of these mega trends are essentially brand new, or opening up brand new avenues for investing that didn't even exist before.
Right, and all this new technology is going to create faster and faster growth. So we really see a lot of opportunity in the stock market, but why don't you spend a little time on how we can really pinpoint the areas that you really want to be in?
Sure. Research around investing historically, we tended to think about fundamental analysis, where we would look at the book value of a company, their earnings per share, that sort of thing. We really think that's like playing the piano with one hand. So we layer on technical analysis using a tool we have called NASDAQ Dorsey Wright, which really allows us to see the momentum of individual investments and how they're doing. So out of the whole universe of market offerings, we can really look at both how sound financially a company is, but also how it's moving today and whether it's moving in the right direction.
Right.
So that's all we have for today. Please let us know if you have any questions about anything we covered, and thanks for watching.